Hey everyone, Thomas Joseph here. Now, do your burgers turn out like this, where they look like they're done on the outside, but when you break into them, they're overcooked, dry, and kind of crumbly like this one here? Well, today I'm gonna share with you a few tips and tricks in burger success. The real important thing here is to get really great quality meat. Now, I have 1.5 pounds of ground beef here, and this is actually ground chuck, which is from the shoulder region of the cow, and that has a lot of really great flavor. You wanna make sure that you get 80-20, and what 80-20 means is 80% meat and 20% fat. Try to avoid the leaner ground beef that says 90-10 because you really need the fat, otherwise you're gonna end up with a dry burger. For burgers, I prefer them to be a little bit bigger in size, so I'm going to create from this 1.5 pounds 4 6-ounce patties. So there we go. That's about 6 ounces there. Now, to form your burger patties, what I like to do, I do this with meatballs, is I like to throw the meat in between my hands, handling it less and not melting the fat in the meat. So what this does is it compacts the meat together, compacts the burger so that it doesn't fall apart on the grill, and it's a lot less contact and you're not warming up the meat. So that looks pretty good. I'm gonna flatten this out into a 4-inch patty. When you're forming the patty, create a divot in the center of the burger because what happens, the meat retracts, and if you don't create this divot in the center, it's going to create a domed shape or more of a meatball shape on your grill. So make sure that you create this divot in the center. Now for seasoning, I'm using salt and pepper, very simple, but whenever you're seasoning your burgers, ground meat, don't season too far in advance because what that does, the salt, it pulls out the moisture, and you really don't want to do that. You want to have a nice moist burger. And use a generous amount of salt and pepper because this is really the only flavoring for the burger. Flip the burgers on the other side and season that. I have a grill heating. This is over a medium-high heat. So this is direct heat, and if you're doing this outside on your gas grill or if you're using charcoal, you really do want a hot grill to sear the burgers. So I have a little bit of safflower oil, any neutral oil here, and a paper towel, and make sure that you oil the grates of your grill because you really don't want the burger to stick. Now, if you're doing this outside, make sure you use a pair of tongs to help you out with this. Place your burgers flat side down on the grill. To cook the burgers, you really want to cook them on this one side for about 3 minutes, and 3 minutes is good for a 6-ounce burger. If you're doing an 8-ounce burger, which is a 1/2 pound, you might have to extend the cooking process a little bit, so that might take anywhere between 4 or 5 minutes per side. But for a nice medium rare burger, 3 minutes per side is really what you're looking for. So it's been 3 minutes, and you can see the burgers are starting to shrink up a little bit, and that's great because we want them to be a little bit smaller. We don't want them to overpower the bun, but we certainly don't want them to shrink up into tiny little burgers. And now I'm going to flip the burger, and I think it's really important whenever you're making burgers that you just flip them once. You don't press them. Pressing them, what it does is it's gonna push out any moisture in the burger. And now you wanna continue to cook the burgers for another 3 to 4 minutes. Now, I'm making cheeseburgers today, and that's when you want to add your cheese when you flip them. So this is some nice thinly sliced cheddar, 1 slice per burger. You could do 2 if you really wanted to. And now what I like to do is cover with a lid, and the cheese will melt and the burger will continue to cook nice and evenly. So it's been another 3 minutes. The cheese is nice and melted here. Remove your burgers to a platter or a rimmed baking sheet. Just let them rest for a little bit. You don't want to serve them right off the grill. And this will give me a little bit of time to toast the bun. It's really important, you guys, go the extra mile and toast the buns. It makes the burger that much better. So just 30 seconds to toast that. And of course, have ready all of the toppings that you like. 30 seconds, the bun is nicely toasted. And now to stack the burger. I always like to place the patty on the bottom of the bun. A slice or 2 of tomato. 2 leaves of lettuce, and of course, mayonnaise, a nice good amount of mayo on the top of the bun. So with a burger this big, you might need to secure it with one of these wooden skewers, but there you go, guys. The tricks and tips behind ultimate burger success. Enjoy these all summer long, and as always, if you have any kitchen conundrums, write in the comment section below, or reach out to me using the hashtag kitchen conundrums, and I will solve whatever problems you throw my way. Enjoy, guys.